Who remembers my review on 2hushit? It was a few years ago when I just started out. I've grown a lot since then, and I haven't really uploaded very much in the meantime. Since the original video came out, I've also come out as a woman. I've become invested in different things in life, and I've released about 8 albums. I remember songs about fucking tohos every once in a while, but I haven't brought myself to listen to it for years. But have no fear, because 2hushit has come out of retirement to release another retirement album. It's complicated. I was contacted by 2hushit to review this album before release, thank you by the way. So because of contractual obligations, yes, this is a track-by-track review. At the end, I will have a general review of the album as a whole. But first, as usual, a little overview of what we're talking about. I'm not going to go into what 2hushit or lollycore or anything is because I've already talked about it, just watched my first video, but I will say 2hushit is a great parody of lollycore. When I made my first review, this was my first instance in the genre, and so I didn't realize what was going on. But after this, I listened to a couple albums and realized, oh, wait, 2hushit is making fun of this. So how I felt about songs about fucking tohos definitely changed a little. Neon Genesis 2hushit continues this romp. The album consists of older recordings previously unreleased, thought to be lost, and some EPs, singles, and such that were not on Bandcamp originally. As such, this album comes with 4 covers, or at least 3 covers and an extra image. Tracks 4 through 7 are 2hushit's first release, Totally Not Just Noise, and the files contain the art of The Electric Lolly Boogaloo, but I couldn't find a track listing for it. As made obvious by the title, this album is the end of 2hushit for real this time, and it goes out with such a bang. This album is 2.5 hours long, with 55 songs on it. It's hard to beat that, so let's get into every single track. 1. Lollycore Retirement. The song features some heavily edited anime girl voice making a melody over a breakcore beat, and it's very sweet. I like the disjointedness of it. It ends on a very ear-piercing noise, very distinct of how sick of lollycore one must be to have to retire from it. 2. Neon Genesis 2hushit, the end of 2hushit. 7.5 minutes of ambient piano keyboards over disjointed beats, glitchy anime singing, and the occasional static. The song is very creepy, and it goes on for so long I could see it being used in a horror game as a BGM, like Silent Hill, but all the monsters are anime. Excellent album title track that marks a depressing end. Funny how it's the second song on the album though. 3. Shitposting on JP about Patchouli's thighs. So in case you aren't aware, JP is 4chan's Japanese culture board, and shitposting is when you do something stupid, sometimes to get an intense reaction out of people. This song is quite quiet, and funny in the context of the title. It's a guitar glitching out in the background with some tip-tap sounds in the forefront. The tip-taps I can imagine are the keyboards typing something ridiculous about 2huGirl's thighs, while the guitar in the background is like sort of a BGM that despairs over the subject matter. If it weren't for the chopped and screwed nature of it, I could see it being used in an anime soundtrack. So the fact that it's all fucked up related to the subject matter of the song, I could see it fitting pretty well. 4. This is mostly a song from Macross Frontier, an advertising jingle for a Chinese restaurant in the show. It repeats and gets more heavily edited to become indistinguishable from noise. It fits the title well, as it starts off all cute and fuffly and yan, and then becomes noise. A musician I know once said, "Nobody listened to noise music to calm down." And I disagree, asshole. I think the fact that this noisy nyan nyan song gets very noisy is actually very peaceful, despite the potentially creepy undertones of a girl singing nyan nyan in such a distorted way. 5. Blankcore Intermezzo. A masterpiece. Simply wonderful composition. A fantastic breakcore remix of John Cage's 433. Only a minute and a half, which is kinda disappointing, but I can't wait for blankcore genre to get mainstream success. We have Taylor Swift doing pop versions of songs like this one. 6. Beloved Tomboyish Corpse. Oh my god, I can't think about this one without laughing. If you're familiar with the bass boosted meme, songs will start off normal for a second and then get extremely horribly distorted, and that's exactly what this song sounds like. It's Cyrano's theme, also called Beloved Tomboyish Girl, but it gets all distorted after a couple seconds in. I think the song is hilarious, and it perfectly encapsulates the feeling of intense sadness and despair of seeing a beloved Toho icon's corpse with her theme actually hurting to listen to. 7. Marisa fingered the precious lolly. Okay, well this one's hard to talk about. I can only assume is Yuri porn audio, and god I hope it's not lolly, overlaid with heavily edited electronic music. Maybe it sounds familiar, but I can't tell where it's from besides a video game, which is pretty broad. It's pretty unsettling to listen to, but I'm saying this as someone who doesn't really like sex at all. Towards the end, we hear the Nyan Nyan song again, which starts to become a running theme. It's a song I would probably skip if I listened to this with someone else, but let's be real, when am I going to listen to this with someone else? 8. Cyrano's Perfect White Noise. Suno's theme again, but MIDI and added noise beats. Like the last Suno song, it's very good, but not in a funny way. This one's more broken as the noise beat doesn't really line up with the theme, so it's a pretty nice convention breaker. 9. Lolly swag. Japanese girl tries to sing, but it sounds like she's a child who hasn't been doing this for very long, so it's like, oh haha, that's adorable. And over top is this repeated mechanical swag, which is pretty funny, and that's really all I can say about it. 10. Oni-chan kawaii. This reminds me of musical edits of anime characters where there are various phrases in the show are edited into a song, but instead of being, whoa, this person made music around this character's voice, it's, wow, the song is someone saying Oni-chan over and over again with a bunch of noise. And then the voice becomes a little deeper, and it turns out it was a man saying Oni-chan for at least some of that. I don't know how long. He makes fun of the listener for thinking he was a girl and calls them slurs and so on. I think the original audio is from the internet somewhere. I just haven't seen it in so long I forgot where it came from. The noise overlaid on top of the Oni-chan gives off a vibe that something isn't right, and when it turns out it's someone tricking you into thinking it's a girl, it's a gotcha moment that where you weren't really expected to see coming. This has become such a 4chan staple that it wasn't that much of a surprise to me, but I'm sure if someone came into this album expecting lolly music and got this, they'd be pretty upset, which is funny. Last Friday night. Name comes from a cute little supportive meme and is said in the beginning of the song by a text-to-speech software. Then comes some noise, and it gets louder. The voice says, "You're awesome." That's it. It's pretty funny, and sort of an interesting combination of the supportiveness of "you're awesome" and also the normal beam, which is "alone on a Friday night, you're pathetic." 12. Glitchy electronic noises and beeps with an anime girl screaming occasionally. It's getting harder to come up with things to say as a lot of the songs from here on out are just described like in that exact same way. The song is a pretty good parody of Lollycore, as it contains an anime girl screaming over electronic garbage, which is a violent and mocking depiction of what Lollycore actually sounds like, which is pretty cool. I like it. 13. Merzbow ain't kawaii uku. Merzbow is I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a Japanese noise band, and I haven't listened to a lot of them, but I can see 2hushit being influenced by them. This song is more anime girl screaming with an ambient electronic groan. It's pretty creepy, and it's also a good indicator that Japanese culture isn't all kawaii bishoujo. They have other stuff that can be much darker and interesting on a different level. 14. What goes on in Octo's basement after 2 a.m. when he is on acid. Sorry man, I just had to use this as a title. Dank remix. Don't know who Octo is, gonna be honest. The song features what sounds like porn audio, which might be where the anime screaming was from the past 2 songs, with jittery electronic music over top. I imagine being on acid and watching hentai would feel the way this song sounds. That's one thing I miss about music on drugs, is they don't make you feel like you're on drugs, even though you definitely aren't. Most songs like that nowadays are just, wow, I was doing a lot of drugs. So it's definitely pretty cool in that regard. 15. Oh god, I'm going deaf. What sounds like somebody talking or crying or something slowed down with a few effects on it. It's scary. Then a bunch of noise music plays. It seems to sound like what someone would feel as they lose their hearing listening to noise music constantly as they're crying and noise overtakes their screams. 16. Cyrano's horrible wobble noise. It's another Cyrano song. It's the same piano MIDI thing from the second song, but it plays over a dubstep remix of the theme. I find it hilarious that the piano is louder than the dubstep version. Like, dubstep is loud and obnoxious, and yet this piano overshadows it entirely, which is a great fake out. As this song goes, it starts to get chopped and screwed more and sounds like vaporwave. Vaporwave. Then noise overtakes everything. Still sounds like it's a fake out dubstep remix, but with noise and piano though, so it's not entirely white noise. Despite the title saying the wobbling noise is horrible, I think that the song is the only dubstep song I'll ever enjoy listening to, mostly because you can't hear the wobbling noise, so good job on that part. 17. Whatever you do, don't run me through a spectrogram. Wow, this song just sounds like a lot of garbled mess. I will not do as the title says, since maybe not everyone watching knows how to use a spectrogram. Aw, kawaii. 18. Delicious Flattened Memories. Joke title about flat tits. As someone with flattish tits, I can definitely say boob jealousy jokes are way funnier now. The song plays a cute little electronic tune with glitchy anime girl talking to the tune. It's an interesting mix of cute, noisy mess and anime. Exactly how it feels to be someone with a small chest, I will admit. Probably a statement on how liking lollies are gross considering the nature of the genre in the album. Marisa stole the Precious remix. So, I forgot to say this last time Marisa had a Precious song, but Marisa Stole the Precious Thing is a song by Iosis, Toho Dojin Circle. It's a song about how Marisa keeps stealing from Alice, Oh yeah, I forgot this album was about Toho. But the real precious thing Marius stole was Alice's Love. Oh, the remix on this album makes the song Dark Electronic Dance, and I imagine this playing in a Hot Topic 10 years ago by accident. It's kind of noisy, as it sounds like the song wasn't stopped from peaking, but it's pretty cool. 20. Jaka Step. The audio of an anime girl saying Jaka, Jaka, Jan, etc. is from K-On! And it plays in the background of a simple ambient beat that becomes a dark electronic song you could see in a Toho fan game. Very funny twist on K-On! Being an anime about being in a band and changing up from light music, as it's called, to dark electronic. The Jaka audio appears a lot after this. 29. 2hushit Goes Mad in FL Studios 9. A fun little dance song. Wish I could say more about this, but it just sounds like, as the title says, just having fun in a music program. 22. 8-bit shit. This sounds more like MIDI than 8-bit, but what do I know? The song is cute and terrifying. I might steal this for a video game I'm working on right now. 23. Glorious Nippon XD. Sounds like a decent electronic dance remix of Suno's theme. Maybe not EDM, the genre, but in general a electronic dance song. Cute little Toho dance in celebration of Japan, I guess. 24. Some normal slur tier track. How did this even make the selection? A good song, and there's nothing really exciting about it, and that's kind of the point. Out of all the noisy anime mess, all of a sudden there's a good normie song, which makes it extremely out of place. 25. Moaning machine music featuring lowly lead. Thank God somebody did some sort of joke about metal machine music. Lyra Reed's album that apparently lost all of his fans, and even though I don't know how they were okay with Velvet Underground, but not that weird. Anyway, the song is a bouncy shitfest with breakbeats and anime voices. Fun. I like experimental anime music. What goes on JP every day? Average life of any JP trip slur. It sounds like a copy pasta from 4chan run through a text-to-speech software with loud bass-boosted 8-bit music, which is exactly the kind of nostalgic and terrifying noise you get from going to 4chan. 27. Marsh Flasses. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the title means, and I can't seem to figure it out, so sorry if it turns out to mean something horrible. The song is the Nyan Nyan song, again, but with ambient noise and the occasional dance bit. Cool song. 28. Lolly Can't. A glitchy anime girl screaming insults with glitchy anime music, and that's pretty funny. And then somebody shoots it. That's very funny. 29. Emoticon. I just put emoticon in the script because I wasn't sure how to say this one out loud. Glitchy anime desu over a fucking sweet song I could see in a 2000s PC shooter. It's pretty cool and dark, and then after a few seconds of silence, it becomes a mess of breakcore beats, anime voices, and what sounds like an advertisement. It's hard to hear exactly, but it's pretty cool overall. Moe Moe Kyun, audio from K-On! Of the girls working at a maid cafe, and a girl has to Moe Moe Kyun over some creepy electronic noise. It's getting harder to go track by track because there are a lot of songs like this. When there are songs with glitchy anime and electronic music, it's great and I love it, and it's a good parody, but it's hard to give individual notes about them, Moving on. 31. Tuturu. Same shit as the last song, but Tuturu from Steins Gate, except this one sounds more experimental, so it's pretty cool and scary. Congrats, we've reached the sort of halfway point in terms of length. 32. We can finally die and then go to Gensokyo. Levon Polka, but glitchy and ambient. Not much else I can say besides good, and probably the interesting mix of the feeling of death and the feeling of joy and going to anime heaven. 33. Funny anime meme compilation. Anime Screams and Anime Memes. Cool song. Exactly how it feels to be bored browsing anime memes when you've seen them all before, so they aren't really that funny. 34. Bear Stop Spaghetti is terrible. When I try to Google Bear Stop Spaghetti, all I get is this song and then Russian websites, so I'm not sure what that means. The song itself is a MIDI escapade of chords that typically people don't put together, so it sounds very noisy and scary. Very cool. And then an anime voice suddenly comes in and says 4chan memes like PS3 has no games and Minecraft, but she gets sad and starts crying all throughout. The song gets breakcore as it goes, which, the whole thing is very funny. Like Lollicar, but the anime girl is saying horribly outdated 4chan memes and trying to insult you. If you move past the bigoted jokes, it's actually really funny. 35. My dick is sore from using all this shampoo as lube. A pretty cool song I could see being in a Lisa game with an anime girl screaming. Lisa is exactly the kind of game that would have the situation like the title, so it fits. 36. You eat lube and vibrators? Dark ambient anime girl saying either Daisuke the name or Daisuke, I love you. I'm betting on the second one. Probably what somebody crying over their anime significant other scorning the listener for the title would be thinking. 37. The Best Maiden. Sounds like an electronic Toho song remix, but it's so chopped up and hard to recognize if that's what it is or not. A Japanese voice comes in through a speaker and says a bunch of shit I can't translate, but sounds like a video game voice line audio. 38. / ambient _ lolly beat. Well, the title's accurate. Ambient song with edited anime girl talking. 39. Twin Tail Emoto. Incredibly disjointed, glitchy music with anime girl saying something. 40. Rota. More of the last song, but a different anime girl this time. 41. Crazy www. An anime girl talks and whispers and so on over ambient breakcore beats. Sounds like a typical lollycore song for once, but instead of lollies talking, it sounds more like an adult woman talking about serious stuff. So it's an interesting twist on the original style. Like, what if lollycore was about just in general anime as opposed to lollies? 42. I just injected cocaine into my eyelids. A bunch of noise and highly edited samples. Very unsettling. I imagine the aftermath of having cocaine injected to your eyelids as you heavily regret your decision feels similar to the way this song sounds. 43. Bass lolly rapping. Very rare. Wow, heavily bass lollies. It's basically just a little B song with Jakajan under it. It's very bass. 44. In_revision. Sounds like a song from a game where some sad shit just happened, like SMT or Persona if it was a good Persona. 45. Nani Simone. It sounds like a completely unedited cover of Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday, but I can't figure out who did the cover. Either way, the title comes from Nina Simone, someone who covered the song, just not this version. But what if it was anime and it was Nani Simone? Epic meme, except the song is about lynching in America. Very topical. I'm not sure if the point of putting an unedited song that just stolen in the album, except for the fact that, yeah, 4chaners are super racist and editing the song might seem kind of fucked up. If that's the case, good job subverting the average white anime fan's view of black people. Pretty cool. 46. Forgetting to post the Friday image, so you post it on Saturday. Remember that Friday image from about 12 years ago? Well, what if you accidentally posted it on Saturday? An anime girl says the meme with some cool music and then it becomes a glitchy rap song. At least for a little while, and then it becomes breakcore noise and Atari 2600 noises. I can totally believe this being a genuine discussion on 4chan, like someone posted the meme and then someone talked about it and then it went to shit as people realized it was Saturday. 47. Yandere grind. Audio of an anime girl POV. She is a yandere and just horribly disfiguring you, which isn't exactly a yandere, but with some cute dark music over it. Pretty unsettling. A perfect visualization of what someone who likes yanderes would actually feel when they meet someone who tears out their organs for love. 48. Rice cakes and breakdowns. What sounds like someone practicing a heavy metal guitar over static and anime girl and bad MIDI drums. It, no joke, sounds like something I would make. In fact, I think I've done this before. A funny anime metal crossover type song. 49. April 14th Reimagined. April 14th is an Aphex Twin song. Originally done on... Oh wait, is it Aphex or... Shit. April 14th is an Aphex Twin song. Apex... Oh my god, I'm just gonna have to Google this now. It's Aphex. God damn it. Okay, April 14th is an Aphex Twin song, originally done on a piano, but for this it is redone electronically to sound more like what Aphex Twin usually does, which is pretty cool. Don't know what it has to do with Toho, but it's pretty cool. 50. Make Week. Jesus, it is as noisy and disjointed as can be. Breakcore beats, vaporwave ambient sounds, so on. It's pretty cool still. Don't know what the title means though. 51. Misogyny. I wasn't sure what to expect from a title like that, but as far as I can tell, it has nothing to do with anything. It's a pretty cool dancey, glitchy ambience thing that gets more interesting as it goes on. I think maybe it was made like to be a good song, so where you can say, oh yeah, I like misogyny, and you're talking about the song, not the actual hating women thing. 52. Oh god, I'm going deaf. Wait, didn't we do this already? 53. Green is and hashtag ham. Oh no, my phone went off. Not gonna lie, that sounds like a vaporwave song, and I love it. 54, Hit Me Baby One More Time. Sounds like a shitty noise punk / metal cover of Britney Spears' Hit Me Baby One More Time. It's pretty funny, and again, sounds like something I would in fact make. Great song. 55. Neon Genesis 2hushit 2.22, you will not get permanent hearing damage. The final song in the album. Once again, just like songs about fucking Tohos, I don't really want to say much about it. This is the kind of song that you can only get the true mastery and the craftsmanship and beauty of it until you've listened to the whole album all the way through. Genius shit. I've noticed something as I went through this album. I've stopped liking the jokes about 4chan memes being sad, animes ruining my life, and saying slurs and pedophilia and so on. I left that demographic a couple years ago when I learned, oh wait, this is actually kind of shitty. Despite this, the music is very good. I do enjoy listening to many of the songs. They're very good listening, and conventions being broken are hilarious. Sonically speaking, this album is a 10 out of 10, perfect, no flaws. I'm even okay with a 2.5 hour length actually, but then again, I'm very bad at nuance when it comes to reviewing music. So if you can get past all this gross shit, then go for it. This album is amazing, and a great closer for the end of 2hushit. But if you can't stand the average 4chan shit, I don't blame you for not wanting to try it out. I've been talking for like half an hour straight, and fucking awesome.